They were prosecuted by Israeli courts. People that were directly aligned with Benjamin Netanyahu, that worked under Benjamin Netanyahu, were leaking classified information to European outlets in an effort to sully the deal. Oh, there was this part as well. Yoav Gallant admitting Hannibal Directive, which everyone said was bullshit. Yeah, was the order given to use the Hannibal Directive, which is the Israeli directive to kill Israeli citizens if they're taken hostage rather than allow Palestinians to use them as a bargaining chip. I think tactically in some places it was, says Yoav Gallant. In other places it was not, and that is a problem. Anyway, yeah. Something I've talked about for quite some time. But yeah, a U.S. senator wants Americans who use DeepSeek to be thrown in prison. That's cool. Yeah, there is more from this interview though. Gallant, Yoav Gallant, former defense minister Yoav Gallant, current Gallant, confirms what we've long known. Same ceasefire deal was there and agreed by Hamas back in April, and Israel torpedoed it. Let's talk about the hostages. Did the Israeli government do everything possible to bring them back? I don't think so. We could have brought back more hostages earlier at a lower cost. The agreement we see unfolding these days is, broadly speaking, according to the Americans, according to the cabinet secretary, essentially the same deal that was on the table in May, which you supported. Oh, Don Uyghur. Salam alaikum. Was identical to the current proposal, except it was worse in several ways. Unfortunately, there are fewer hostages still alive now. The more time has passed, and we are paying a heavier price. Kaya. At least 110 additional convicted murders will be released in this process. I like that he's saying the deal is identical, except it's worse because they're releasing more Palestinians as a process, as a part of this. This clip would hit hard if any of your critics cared even a little bit about the truth. No, my critics do not care about the truth. That's why they're my critics, especially on this issue. Okay? You can have ideological disagreements with me. You can have disagreements, but on, I don't know, my best standards and practices. But you can't disagree with the truth. And because people refuse to contend with the reality, they usually try to push for alternative ways of being critical, or desperately seek out with a fine-tooth comb, anything that they can clip out of context. And the damage to the Israeli ethos is severe. So who's responsible for the fact that it didn't happen back then? Take, for example, the events of April. It explains the entire situation. The war cabinet unanimously decided to proceed with a deal. And that included withdrawing from the Netzarim corridor, with different mechanisms for releasing hostages. By the way, I literally mentioned this as well. Not only did I mention this as well, but also on top of that, Israeli hostage families also directly mentioned this, saying that the responsibility was entirely on Benjamin Netanyahu's hands for refusing to withdraw from the Netzarim corridor and the Philadelphia corridor for no reason whatsoever. It was like a last-second addition. In exchange for prisoners. The decision was made in the early afternoon. By the evening, during a broader cabinet discussion, Finance Minister Smotrich, who was not supposed to be privy to the plan, entered and said, "There's a plan to return 18 hostages in exchange for withdrawing from the Netzarim, and so on. We will oppose this and we will leave the government if it happens." I wonder how Smotrich was privy to this information. It's Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu wanted to tank the deal. I mean, his people... Murat! Telefona bakar mısın? Babam devamlı arıyor. It is... he routinely sought out to sully the deal over and over and over again. And he took the initiative. I mean, he had people in his orbit leaking classified information to European outlets. If you recall, they were prosecuted by Israeli courts. People that were directly aligned with Benjamin Netanyahu, that worked under Benjamin Netanyahu, were leaking classified information to European outlets in an effort to sully the deal. Who told him? I don't know. I didn't tell him. We had told the security establishment we need to secure 33 hostages with a minimum of 18. Yet the number leaked to the media shortly after. Within an hour, 2 or 3 was 18. It took 1, 2, 3 days before Hamas understood the situation from Israeli media and said, we're withdrawing from the deal. And that deal collapsed, only resurfacing at the end of May through the president's speech. That's not the reason why that deal collapsed. The reason, I don't know, sounds like a really good guy in a moderating voice. Okay, I'm not even going to entertain these jokes, okay? Calm down. Did someone leak this from the cabinet to Sabotaged to sabotage the deal? No, the real reason why the deal fell apart is the Netzarim corridor withdrawal, okay? That's the real reason. And no, Yoav Gallant is not a moderating voice nor a good guy. He is a genocidal, monstrous piece of shit who very actively and deliberately in the initial stages after October 7 said that we are fighting human animals and we must cut out their electricity, their food, and their water. And then he proceeded to do that, okay? So no, he is not a good guy, as evidenced by even this information, because despite the fact that he has a personal bone to pick with Benjamin Netanyahu, he is once again still entertaining certain aspects of the war cabinet's mismanagement by claiming that it was actually Hamas that withdrew from the deal because they found out that parts of the deal were leaked to Israeli media, when the real reason why the deal never came to fruition was because Israel refused to concede, because they added additional shit. Benjamin Netanyahu added additional clauses to the deal, such as not withdrawing from the Netzarim corridor. Yo, every video game just went offline. What is happening today in my chat? YouTube went offline. Yo, is every video game actually offline? Like, what's going on? What does that even mean? Down Detector says yes. Oh, PSN.
אבל יאמר נתניהו, אם אני הייתי עוצר בנקודה שבה יואב גלנט רצה שאני אעצור, אז לא היה רפיח, לא היה מחוסל סינואר, לא היה מחוסל נסראללה, כל הדבר הזה לא היה קורה.
קודם לחץ לחיסול חיזבאללה ולהמשך הלחימה בעת ההיא זה אני.
The fact that Hasan was talking about that unironically as a conspiracy was incredible. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Here's Piers Morgan denying the Hannibal directive. Yeah, of course he's denying it because he's a propagandist for Israel. Many mainstream outlets are propagandists for Israel.
About the 1,200 people who they murdered and the 7,000 they wounded.
No. Hundreds of those people were killed when Israel implemented the Hannibal directive.
That's simply not true.
It simply is true.
It isn't.
And I encourage you, in the spirit of journalistic inquiry and curiosity, to really look that up.
It's already been thoroughly investigated.
And also, this is 4 months ago too. So like at this point, we did know that Israel played a role in killing at least some of the Israelis that were about to be taken hostage. It's not like this was immediately after October 7, where saying that would have presented you as a propagandist. You can't deny it. It's been one whole day. Fix the camera angle. Shut the fuck up, stupid ass, dumbass bitch. Shut your stupid bitch ass mouth up. Anyway, they released footage of the Apache helis and tanks shooting at the kibbutz at the Nova Festival. President Trump signed an executive order establishing the White House Faith Office. What? What the fuck is this? To empower faith-based organizations, community groups, and houses of worship. This initiative strengthens families, uplifts communities, and protects religious liberty. Establishment of the White House Faith Office? What the hell? Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah! Let's talk about Kanye West. Confirmed, Israel killed his own citizens. Is this released? Is this actually released footage? Okay, anti-Christian bias. Eradicating anti-Christian bias. Oh my God. I don't think so. Maybe an example of the doctrine. Yeah, I didn't I don't know if this was real footage or not. They have an advisor too. She's a televangelist who has been advising Trump for years. Paula White Cain. Nice. Nice. Wait, that's Paula White Cain? Oh my God. Remember her? Oh my God.
And strike 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 until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, 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 victory in the corridors of heaven. In the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda aka ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa kata rite eke banda ata rike didi ashata. For angels have even...
She's spitting, dude. Bars.
Dispatched from Africa.
Okay, I think I have to watch this now. Blonde Politics, the silly serious, Dark Gothic MAGA, because approximately 25,000 of the probably 100,000 different chatters have linked this today on numerous occasions, even though it's a video from 2 months ago, and you guys have literally non-stop been sending this video. You're like, you have to watch this video. If you don't watch this fucking video, I'm going to kill myself. Please watch this video. It is the best video that has ever existed in the history of politics. Is there something going on? Did your dads watch this video? Did your moms watch this video? Is this popping on like Lib Talk? What is happening? What the fuck is going on? Why is this the video that you guys desperately want me to watch? Yes, my dad actually watched this video. Is it popping on Lib Talk? Is that what it is? Like liberals are watching it or something? Lib Talk, and it's all over Reddit. We are paid to promote this video. Okay. Why you have to be mad? Because I get really annoyed when it's like